Local variables. Right. What is the next topic? Local variables. What are the what is the local variables, guys? Anyone have anything? What are the local variables? Okay. Sometimes actually, okay, sometimes to meet our temporary requirement, okay, sometimes to meet our temporary requirement of the programmer, we have to declare variables inside a method or block or constructor. Such type of variables are called local variables or temporary variables, guys. Understand? So actually, as of now, if you see the instance variable and static variables, where we declared within the class, but outside of the constructors or outside of the methods or outside of the blocks, right? So now, whereas come to local variables are what? Okay, to meet temporary requirement. Okay, to meet actually sometimes we need to write these local variables within the class, within the constructors and blocks and methods. Okay, to meet sometimes to meet temporary requirements of the programmer. Understand? Let me write that point, then we'll explain, guys. Okay. Sometimes, okay, to meet temporary, okay, requirements, okay, to meet temporary requirements, okay, of the programmer, programmer, we have to, okay, we have to declare, we have to declare variables inside method, right, constructor or block. Okay, such type of variables are called what? Local variables. Okay, local variables or okay, stack variables also we can call. Understand? So sometimes, okay, we need to go with local variables, guys. So we have instance variable and static variables, right? Okay. So those are what already yesterday we discussed. Okay. But sometimes, so those variables we cannot declare within the blocks or constructor and methods. Okay, where we will declare outside of these, these blocks and constructor and methods and within the class. Okay. Those variables will be accessed, okay, within the class, guys. Everywhere we can access. Within the constructor also we can access. Within the method also we can access. Within the blocks also we can access. Why? Because we declare them outside of the all these methods and constructors and blocks. Right. Now come to local variables. So local variables means what? Okay. Specific to that particular block or that particular constructor or that particular method, guys. Within that block only, we will create these local variables. Understand? Why we need to create these local variables? To meet, okay, to meet temporary requirements of the programmer. To meet temporary requirements of the programmer, we have to declare variables inside a method or constructor or block. Such type of variables are called what? Local variables or stack variables. Okay. So local variables, where it will be stored? Local variables, okay, will be stored in stack area, guys. Understand? Instance variable where it will be stored, guys? Heap area.
Heap area.
Right? Static variable where it will be stored, guys? Method area. Okay. So local variables will be stored in where? Stack area. Understand? We will see. Don't worry, all these memories we will see. Okay. While discussing JVM architecture. Okay. So as of now, just remember. Next. So what is the scope of local variables? When the local variables will be created? when the local variables will be destroyed. Understand? Next, we need to discuss about scope, right? What is the scope of local variables? What is the scope of instance variable? Come on, everyone. Everyone, please unmute yourself and tell me, what is the scope of instance variable, guys? When the instance variable will be created, when the instance variable will be destroyed?
Object creation.
Objects.
Yeah, tell me the complete sentence I want, guys. Come on. If someone asks what is the scope of instance variable means, what you will tell?
At the time of object creation and
Instance
destroying at the
variable
time
will
of
be created at the time of object creation and will be destroyed at the time of object destruction. Okay. The scope of instance variable is exactly same as object scope. Okay. Why instance variables also created part of object only, right? Static variable scope, what? Static variables will be created at the time of class loading, destroyed at the time of class destruction. So static variable scope is exactly same as class file. Okay, now local variable scope. Okay, local variables okay, will be created created at the time of okay at the time of that particular block executes, guys, while executing that particular block. While executing that particular block. Okay, and will be destroyed once the block execution completed. Understand? So this is the local variable. Local variables will be created while executing that particular block and will be destroyed once the block execution completed. Okay. So the scope of local variables are same as particular
block.
Okay, particular block execution. That's it. Understand? Particular block execution. Come on. Understand, everyone? No. So next point. Okay, we will see practically. Just we will add all the points. Okay. So what is the next point? Okay. So scope also completed. Okay. Now, if you see for instance variable and static variables, okay, JVM will initialize some default values. Okay. So we no need to provide any default values explicitly, right? Programmer no need to provide. Who will provide if you are not providing? JVM will provide. For local variables, okay, for local variable, for local variable, JVM will not provide any default values, guys. Okay, any default values. Okay, programmer has to assign, okay, assign any default values explicitly. So we should perform. Programmer has to perform initialization. Perform initialization before using that variables. Understand? For local variables, JVM will not provide any default values, guys. Programmer has to perform initialization before using that variables. Understand? Okay. Let me see the example, guys. Okay. Now, okay, so mm, what we will do, let me write here. I think yesterday I have written one example, right? I want to take that example. That's it. Not here. Day before yesterday I have written. Okay, we'll write our own. Now, you see, I'm writing one example, guys. Okay. So here, what is there? I'm taking one class. Okay. Class local var demo. Take like this, guys. Okay. So, or else shall we write in directly Eclipse IDE?
Yes, sir.
We'll write in Eclipse IDE. Okay. So now I'm creating one Java project. Local var demo. Okay. Yeah, I'm writing one class. Local var variable demo class, something like this. Okay, I need PSVM. I created public static void main also. Here, okay. So now, what I'm doing here, okay. So now here, I want to take okay. Tell me. I'm taking one array, guys. Int array of okay. Int array of x I'm taking. Okay. Here, what I'm taking new int of something called 10, 20, 30, 40, something I have like this. Okay.
Okay.
Come on. So now I want to print total. I want to print total. Okay. So what I need to do for that? What I need to do? I need to take one int total
Total variable.
equal to 0. I need to take. Okay. So that for loop I am taking. Don't worry, you don't know anything about for loop. We will discuss. Okay. But just remember, okay. No int for each x value, x has what? Containing number of elements. Okay. So now I want to iterate each and every value. So what I need to do for each x value, okay, I want to take each int value. That's what int x1. Understand?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the for each loop, guys. Okay, don't worry, we will see okay in detail further classes. Total is equal to what? Total plus
Total plus
x1. Okay, right. Now after that, what I'm doing here?
this one.
Hmm?
This one.
Total is equal to total plus x1, right? So here I can do system dot This out, right? Here what? Just I want to print total. Total value like this. Okay. Or total. Right. So now, if I execute this one, what we will see? Get some output 150. Right. You know, where I created, guys, this int array x. Where I created? Come on. Where I created? This is what?
Inside the
Single
method.
dimension.
This is what? Single dimension
Array creation.
Single
array.
dimension.
Array.
Okay, single dimension array creation, right? Array declaration, initialization, creation and initialization also. This is what? Single dimension array. So where I created this x1, x is what? Variable, right? X is what here? Variable. Where I created this one? Where I created this one?
Inside the method.
Huh?
Inside the method.
Inside the method, right? Inside the method. So here, if you see total is what, guys? It's also kind of variable. Where I created? Inside the method.
Inside the
Right?
method.
Okay. So now I'm using this x variable and total variable where within the method only, right?
Yes.
Within this block only.
Yeah.
Understand? So the variables which are created inside the block or inside the constructor, inside the method, those variables are called what, guys? Local variables.
Local variable.
Why we are creating these local variables? To meet sometimes,
Temporary.
okay, we need to create variables to meet temporary requirements. Okay, this is what temporary requirements means. What? This is the temporary requirement. Okay, so I want to sum all the elements which are there in single dimension array. So that is my task. Okay, I want to make total all the elements which are there in int array, right? So this is the requirement. That's it. This is what temporary requirement. I'm not using this, okay, this total value anywhere else in my entire class. Okay, so I want to see the total value, okay, within the method. Understand? What is my task here? I need to make total. Understand? All the elements which are there in single dimension array. Okay, this is my requirement. Okay, to meet our requirements, sometimes we need to declare, see here, what is the variable I declare? Total. Otherwise, let me keep this one into here, guys. Fine. This is what, guys? This is what now? Int array of x. This x variable.
Instance variable.
Instance variable. Understand? X is what, guys, now? Instance variable. What is the instance variable? Instance variables are declared within the class, but outside of the method or block or constructor, right? So here what? We declared within the class, but where we declared outside of the method. Understand? In this class, we have only one method, right? What is that method? Main method. So outside of the method, I declare. That's what, this is what instance variable. Okay. If I keep static, what it is? Static variable. Understand? So if you remove static means what? Instance variable. Come on, guys, everyone. Okay. This is what instance variable. So now instance variable, we can access everywhere within the class, right? Instance variable, we
Yes,
can
sir.
access everywhere within the class. See, let's suppose in our class, we have a constructor, we have an instance block, we have a static block, we have a instance method, we have a static method. Let's suppose we have all these things. Okay, everywhere we can access instance variable. Why? Instance variables are where we declared within the class, right? So within the
Yes, sir.
class, outside of all these things. So we can access this instance variable everywhere, guys. Okay. So now, so here x is what? Instance variable. See, I'm using instance variable where?
Inside the static block.
So that's what. Why it is throwing error? See, what I did mistake? Tell me, guys. See, here it is throwing some compile time error. Why it is throwing compile time error?
Non-static variable.
Yeah,
cannot
this
be
is what?
reached.
Instance variable. Can we access instance variable directly from static area? Come on.
No, sir.
We cannot access. That's what keep static. Fine. Static variable we can access, right?
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Right. So now see the error will gone. Right. So now here, okay, this is instance variable. Fine. So now, so to meet where I want to sum of these array elements in the main method. In the main method, I want to print the total value of all the elements which are present in this single dimension array called X. Okay. So for that reason, in the main method, what I need to take, I need to create one variable. What is that variable? Total. Understand? What is the variable I created, guys? Total. Come on, everyone. So what is the type? Int. Okay. Why I'm creating this total? To meet some requirement. What is the requirement here? So I want to make total of all the elements which are present in single dimension array. That's it. Understand? For that reason, in that method, I need to create one variable. What is called total. Okay. This variable is called is what, guys? Local variable. See, this variable is only accessible within this method, guys. Okay. So outside of the method, let's suppose this out control space. Okay. Right. What happened? Oh, I think here itself cannot access. Okay. No, let me copy this one.
No, sir, sometimes it will be like that. If you press enter, it will come, sir.
Oh, I already pressed enter. Okay, fine. See now, here what I'm doing, I'm trying to access this total variable where, guys, outside of the method, outside of the block. This is the block, right? This method, where it will end? At line 15, it will end. Where it is ending, guys? At line number 15, this method is ending, right? But outside of the method, I want to access this total. See, can we access outside of this method? We cannot access. Why? What is the scope of this local variable? Only within the block. Okay. This local variables, when it will be created? While executing this particular block, right? Particular block. This is called block, guys. Okay. Open parenthesis and close parenthesis. Okay. The content what we add, open parenthesis, closure parenthesis. Okay. This is called what? Block. Okay. So that local variables, what is the scope of local variables? Exactly same as the block. When the local variables will be created while executing that particular block. When the local variables will be destroyed after completion of this block. Okay. But where I'm trying to access this local variable outside of the block. So can we access? We cannot access.
No, sir.
Because only within that block only local variables, I mean, the scope of local variables are within the block, but we cannot access outside of the block. Hope you understand. Right? Here, let's suppose here I can do. See, sys out. I don't know why it is giving method, guys. There is a sys out method, I think. Sometimes it is going like that. Okay, fine. So now see, here I'm trying to print x1. Can I print x1?
Sir, your voice is not visible, audible.
Yes, can you hear me now? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, guys. See here, what I'm doing, I'm trying to access this local variable, right? So where I'm trying to access outside of the block, right? So can we access, guys? We cannot access. Why? This local variable is applicable for within the method, right? So that's what we cannot access this local variable. See the point already we covered, right? Okay. So now, and one more point. So the local variables, okay. So JVM will not provide any initialization, guys. Let's suppose if I'm removing this local variable here into total. Okay. Let me uncomment this one. Come on, see what I'm doing into total 0. Into total, come on, into total, I'm not assigning any value. Understand? So here see, I'm trying to access total plus x1. Here it is throwing error. Why? The local variable total may not have been initialized. This is the compile time error we will get, guys. Okay. So what I'm telling guys just now, the local variables JVM won't provide any default values. Compulsory, we should perform initialization explicitly before using that variable. So that's the point I discussed, right? What is that one? For local variable, JVM will not provide any default values. Programmer has to perform initialization before using that variable. See here, I'm using this one. Okay, I'm using this total variable, right? Right? So that's what we need to do. We need to provide initialization for this total variable. Okay. So what I need to do, I need to provide some initialization. Which value I need to provide? 0. So then everything will be resolved. Understand? Come on, guys. For local
yes.
variable, you have to provide, okay, programmer has to provide initialization, guys. JVM will not provide any initialization. Okay. Come on, everyone. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's suppose I'm not using this one. I'm not using this one. Okay, I'm commenting. Into total 0, I did not assign into total. Just I'm declaring into total. But here, what I'm doing is out. Okay. Okay. Here I'm doing, just I'm printing this total. No, not total. Just I'm printing something called hello. I'm printing something called hello. If you see here, did I assign any value for total variable?
No, sir.
So why it is not throwing any compile time error? Earlier it is throwing, right? Now why it is not throwing?
We did not assign anything.
That's what. If you're not assigning any value, means it should throw, right? What is the local variable? Local variable JVM will not provide any default value. Programmer has to compulsory has to assign, has to initialize some value, right? So that's what we discussed, right? But earlier it is throwing error, but now it is not throwing error. What is the difference?
We are not using the variable.
Yes, that's correct. Okay. What is the point? So for local variables, JVM will not provide any default initialization. Okay. As a programmer, compulsory, we should have to initialize the value. Okay. But before using that variable, only we need to assign. So here, are we using this total variable? We are not using. If you are not using means what? No need to provide any initialization value. Understand? But what is the recommended way? So wherever you declare local variable, always, okay, always has to initialize some default value. Understand, guys? That is the recommended way. Whether you are using, whether you are not using, we don't know, right? You declare local variables means what? to meet some requirement, we need to declare. Okay, when we will create variables, guys. Okay, to perform something, right? To perform some logic. To write some logic only, we will write local variables. We will create local variables, right? So while creating local variable, okay, by that time only, it is highly recommended to assign default value, right? So here what? Before using that, we need to provide. We don't know whether when we will use, right? If you use, then you will get what? Compile time error if you are not assigning any default value. So that's what, better to assign default value while creating a local variable. Fine, everyone? Come on, guys. Fine?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now unmute this sentence. Unmute this one. No, sorry. Comment. Won't work. Huh? Will work, right? Don't know why it is not working. Okay, guys. So now, see, if you're not assigning this value, now we are getting compile time error, right? Why we are using this total variable? Before using that variable, you need to assign what? Some default value. Okay. Now the error will be gone. Can you see? Come on, everyone. Let me write one more example, guys. Okay. Okay. Here, that's it, right? Default type. I'm writing just something called, okay, local where this, okay, just write this one. That's it. Public static void main I have taken. Okay, here what I did, int I is equal to 0 I'm taking. Okay, int I is equal to 0 I'm taking. So after that, here just I want I'm taking some for loop. Okay, int j is equal to 0, j less than 3. Don't worry, guys. We'll discuss all this for loop, how it works and everything in detail. Just follow me. That's it. Just I want to show you I is equal to I plus j. Okay, I is equal to I plus j. Right, I plus j. Here see what I'm doing. This out. Okay, here I'm saying yeah, I value. I want to print I value, guys. Plus I. Okay, here same. This out. I want to print the j value. See, what is the problem here? What is the problem? Understand? So that's what, if I write directly in Eclipse, okay, the compiler, I mean, it will give you the errors. Okay. If I write in Notepad++, then only you guys will think and tell what is the answer. But here it is showing, right? Clearly it is showing. Here it is compile time error like that. Come on. So why it is showing compile time error here at line number 13?
We are using J outside the block.
Yes. Understand? So here j value where I created, guys, int j is equal to 0. Where I created? Within this for loop. Right? Block means what? Open parenthesis and closed parenthesis. Right? See here, j means where I created. Within this block only I created. So where it will be applicable? Within this block only it will be applicable. Understand? So the local variables where it will be created while executing that particular block, okay, local variables will be created. When it will be destroyed, once this block completes, then automatically local variables also will be destroyed. So what is the scope of local variables? Within the scope of, what is the scope of local variables? Exactly same as block scope, right? So now we are trying to access J value where outside of the block. Come on guys, everyone. Outside of the block, I'm trying to access. Okay. So that's why here what we are getting, compile time error we are getting. See here, J cannot be resolved to a variable. Okay. Understand? Because we are trying to access the J outside of the block. Cannot find symbol. What is the symbol? Variable J. What is the location? Class local var. That is the compile time error we will get, guys. Come on, everyone. Okay, but I can happily access I value. Why I can access I value here?
It is
It is
instance
declared before.
Okay,
inside
where I
the
created this I value local variable, here I
outside
created.
of it.
Here I created. Here means what? This is the block, right? This main method block. Where the main method block will end at line number 15. Okay, main method block will start at line number 4 and it is ending at line number 15. Come on, everyone. Okay, so now,
Yes.
so I can happily access I value because I within the block only I'm trying to access, right? This is the block, right? Within the block only I'm trying to access. But whereas J value, where I created J value, in inner we have one more block. That is what for block, for loop block. Here I created J value, right? So this J value, what is the scope of this J value? Only this for loop scope. This for loop block we have, right? So within this block only you can access the J value. So outside of the block we cannot access. Understand, guys? Come on, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here see, I'm assigning default value. What is the default value? 0 I'm assigning. Why? I'm using this I value here. Before using that local variable, you need to provide default initialization. If you did not do that, we will get compile time error. See, we are getting compile time error. Understand? We will get compile time error, guys. See. Can you see now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why we are getting compile time error? Because we are using that local variable, but okay, we are not assigning any default value. Okay, for local variable, we have to assign some default values wise. JVM will not assign any default value. Before using that variable, we need to provide some initialization. Hope you people understood. Okay. Shall we go?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me take examples, guys. This one and this, the below one. Okay, fine. Now, yeah, we'll go for next one. Yeah. So now, there is our notepad. Yeah, here. So let me give you something, something, guys. Here. See, actually, So I think already you know, right? So before initialization only, before using that variable, we need to provide initialization. Okay. So people will give you like this in written test. Okay. Class test. Okay. Class test. Here, public static void main PSVM. Okay. PSVM. And here, right? String args. Okay. I don't want to write all these things, guys. But okay. Come on. Now, here, what I'm doing, just I'm creating, okay. So int y is equal to just int y, I'm assigning like this, guys. That's it. So after that, system dot out dot println of, okay, I'm trying to print hi. Okay, is it valid or invalid? Like that people will ask. This is a written test exam. Okay, valid or invalid, guys? Okay, like that it will
Valid, sir.
ask. And one more thing, I will take one more example here. Same class. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to access that way. Now tell me the first one, what is the output?
Hi.
Hi.
Valid.
Hi.
Huh? Hi. The first one is hi.
Hi.
What is the second one?
Invalid.
Hmm?
Error, sir.
Error. Okay, you understood, right? Why it is
Yes.
error, guys? Why the first one is will print hi? Why is the second one is throwing error?
Second one is not initialized.
Yeah, second one is the local variable. Okay, we did not initialize it. The default value we did not initialize. Before using that variable only, we need to initialize. In the second example, we are using that variable. But in the first example, we did not initialize, but we are not using that variable. Fine. Understand? If we are not using
Yeah.
that variable, no need to provide initialization. But if you are using that variable, definitely you should provide initialization. But what is the recommended way? Always. Okay, whenever you declare local variable, always recommended to initialize some default value. Understand, guys? Whether you are using or not, better to initialize some default value. Understand? And one more. Let me write one more example, guys, here. Okay. So people will ask, okay, like this. Okay. So let me write something called class test I'm taking. Okay. Class test I'm taking. Here, same method, public static void main method. Okay, public static void main string array args. Come on, string array args. Okay, here what I'm doing. Okay, int text I'm taking, or else let me take int a I'm taking. Understand, guys? Just I'm declaring. Int a I'm declaring. So now what I'm doing, if okay, if okay, args. We have args, right? Args dot length. If args dot length greater than 0, then only I'm asking to print, guys. I'm asking to assign value for this variable. Okay. So now what I'm doing here, system dot out dot println of. Okay, I want to print that variable. Understand? Tell me. What is the output here?
Sir, if arg's length is not greater than 0, then A is not initialized.
Yes. Okay. That's the right answer. Here, we will get compile time error. What is the compile time error we will get, guys? What is the compile time error we will get here? Same thing. Okay. Variable A, variable A, right? Might not
Have been
been
initialized.
initialized. So this is the error you will see, guys. Okay. Variable A might not have been initialized. So why here? But you guys are saying already we initialized it, right? The 10 value already we initialized to variable A. But why it is saying like that? Means here where we are initializing this 10 value to variable A, guys, within the if block. Within the if block, right? But we don't know, right? At runtime, we don't know whether this if block is executing or not, right? When this if block will execute, if variable, the string array args, okay? This string array length greater than 0. Okay, let's suppose the string array length means what? Elements. If the string array having some elements, okay, then only the length will be greater than 0. Otherwise, length will be not greater than 0, right? We don't know, right, whether dynamically at runtime this length variable greater than 0 or not, we don't know, right? Java, right? So array size, we can have 0 also, right, guys? Come on. Array size in Java, we can have 0 also, right? So in this time, array args.length greater than 0 or true or false? False, right? What is the args length, guys, here? We are not sending any command line arguments here. So by this time, what is the value? What is the length of this arg single dimensional array string array? 0, right? Args.length means what? 0. 0 greater than 0. True or false? False.
False.
False means what? Won't execute this block. Okay? Won't execute of this block. Control will not come under this block, guys. So if control will not come under this block, this a is equal to 10, this 10 value will be initialized to a or not? Will not initialize to variable a. Right? So by that time, system.out.println of a means what? We are trying to access this a variable, but before using that variable, we did not initialize. So we will get what? Compile time error. Variable a might not have been initialized. Understand? Come on.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So when it will be initialized, I mean, when it will be, I mean, this block, this example will be valid. Let's suppose if I write if and else block also I write. Okay. Now, if I assign in the else block a is equal to 20, if I assign, then it will valid. Understand? Now, definitely either if block or else block, okay, either one block will be executed, right? This time, if else, okay, the people who knows Java, okay, they can understand if else block, right? So we will discuss, guys, if else blocks. Don't worry, in detail we will discuss, but just remember this one. Now what? Args.length greater than 0. Now in this case, what is the args.length? 0. 0 greater than 0, true or false? False. False means what? This if block won't execute, will not be executed. So what is the if block will not execute means what is the followed block? Else block. Else block will execute.
20.
Now a is equal to what? 20.
20.
Now system.out.println a. So I'm using this a variable here. Before using that local variable, I'm initializing, right? 20. So then it is completely valid. Understand? Now it is a valid. Understand? Earlier it is not a valid. Now it is a valid. Okay. Let me take this one, guys. Let me take these examples 3. Right here instead of everything. Nice. Fine. Okay. Right, nice. So do some, okay, after completion of this class, do some exercises, guys, at home. Okay.
Sir,
No, fine. Yeah, come on, tell me.
sir,
Hmm.
how can we provide arguments for main method in command prompts, sir?
Command prompt we can provide, right? So the first example we see, right? If you see the first example, okay, I mean, without Eclipse, without these IDEs, so by using the editors, I mean, the command prompt, we executed one first example, right?
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
time, Java C, Java C,
No,
file
I'm not
name.java.
asking about that, sir. I'm asking about how to provide arguments for main method.
Main method.
Yes.
That's what, no? What is the main method parameter?
String args there, right, sir?
String args. Okay, string args means what? Single dimension array, right?
Yes,
For
sir.
single dimension array, so we can provide command line arguments. Command line arguments we can provide. So how can we provide command line arguments? So there is a command prompt if you see, okay, Java, how can you execute the Java application? By using Java command, right? Java
Yes.
class name. Here, what is the class name? Let's suppose here, what is the class name? Test, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
what we have to provide like this? We have to add Java. What is the class name? Test.
Test.
Space. Okay. You can provide, let's suppose string, right?
Yes.
Here, Santosh, space. Okay. So Ramesh, space, Ravi. If you provide like this, Santosh, Ramesh, Ravi are what? String array.
Strings.
Okay. These are the elements for what? Args. Understand now?
Okay,
Give me
sir.
1 minute. Yeah. Guys, can you hear me, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So like this, okay, we can send arguments, okay, for this main method string array, guys. String array is what? Single dimension array, right? For this array, what are the elements, guys, here? Santosh, Ramesh, and Ravi. Now, what is the size of fox now? 3. Understand? If fox dot length greater than 0 or not now? Tell me. Greater than 0. Fox dot length, what is the size now? 3, right? Santosh,
Yes,
Ramesh,
sir.
Ravi, I have provided. What is the size now? Ox dot length 3.
3.
3 greater than 0 or not?
Yes. Greater than
True. Okay, greater than 0 means true. True means what? Which block will execute? The first if block will execute.
10.
Okay, now A is equal to 10. Right? Now here system dot out and println if A means what? 10 you will receive. Come on. Okay? Understand now? This is the local variables, guys. Okay? Understand, guys, local variable?
Yes, sir.
Santosh.
Come on, tell me. Okay. Let me give you the last example, guys. Okay. Let me have a here. I'm creating one example. Okay. So here, see, class. Let me take class test. The class test. Okay. So static int. Okay. A static int A. Okay. Static int A is equal to 10. I'm giving. Next one. Int B is equal to 20. I'm giving. Understand? So after that, public static void main string args. Okay, here I'm taking string, one string type. Okay, string something called string. Let me take s. Okay, string s is equal to Santosh. I'm taking. Okay, guys, Santosh I'm taking. So this is what, guys. Tell me, this is what the first one, static variable. Okay, the second one is what, guys? Instance variable, right?
Yes,
So the
sir.
last in the public static void main method, I declared one variable. Yes, this is what local variable.
Yes, sir.
Understand? Instance variable, local variable, and static variable. How can we declare? So by using static keyword, if you declare any variable, that variable is called what? Static variable. Okay. So without static keyword, if you declare any variable, but that should be outside of the blocks. Okay. And within the class. Okay. That variable is called what? Instance variable. Okay. If you declare any variable within the block or constructor or method, such type of variable is called what? Local variable. Come on. So instance variable where it will be stored, guys, in the heap area it will store. Static variables where it will be stored, guys, in the method area it will store. And local variables where it will be stored, guys, in stack memory it will store. Come on, that's what we discussed, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. So now we completely completed variables, guys. Instance variables also we completed, static variables also we completed, local variables also we completed. Any doubts for variables, guys?
No, sir.
Right. So now, okay, so I think already we have 10 more minutes. Yeah. Let me discuss some other concept over here. So variables we completed, guys. Okay. Now we will go for, we'll go for, so now, come on, tell me. So now, I think yesterday, not yesterday, so sometime back we discussed, okay, let me discuss sometime now. I mean, let me discuss one more time now. So what is class, guys? Come on, what is class? So I think already we discussed in the class, what is the class also we know, what is the object also we know, right? So class contains what also we know. And after that, we know what is the instance variable, what is the static variables, okay, what is the local variables also we know, right? And tell me, what is class as of now? Class can contain
Member variables and
Number
member
variables
methods.
and
collection of
methods.
member variables and member methods,
Member
right?
methods.
So let me take one class. Class, which one? Let me take
Yes.
employee class. Okay, employee class I'm taking, guys. Right. Okay, employee class I'm taking. Now here, right? Tell me, employee class. First of all, tell me that. Let's suppose this employee. Okay. Uh, uh employee which department? Okay, we will take college only. So this one employee, okay, working in JNTU University. Okay, JNTU University. So which department is working? Let's suppose we have a CSC, EEE, all these departments we have, right? Okay, come on, everyone. Okay, or else let me take patient, guys. Okay, let me take patient. Okay. Patient means what? Okay. Patient means what? Somehow he's suffering from some disease. Okay. He want to go to hospital, right? He want to go to hospital. So in the hospital, okay, let's suppose Yashoda hospital we have. Okay. In the hospital name Yashoda, we have many departments, right? Cardiology, urology, nephrology. Like that, we have multiple departments, right? Okay. Somehow he is suffering from cardiology related disease. Okay. Some issue. So where he has to go, the patient has to go for cardiology department, he has to go. For cardiology department also, we have multiple doctors, right? Let's suppose we have Parameshwar, Raghu, Ramesh. These are the cardiology department doctors. Okay. Let's suppose this patient, okay, consulted, okay, Raghu. Doctor name is what, guys? Raghu here. Come on, everyone. Hello. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Let me write here. Okay. One patient is there. Okay. So, patient visited to whom? Yashoda Hospital. Right? Yashoda Hospital. So, what is the issue? Cardiology. Right? Cardiology issue. Okay. So, which doctor? Raghu is the doctor. Understand? Come on. For Raghu doctor, let's suppose then that particular day, maybe, okay, 10 patients are consulted. Come on, guys. 10 patients are consulted. Okay. So now here see the patient. Patient means what? Definitely for every patient, patient ID should be there. Patient name also should be there. Come on. Patient address also should be there. Right? Now tell me here. Now tell me. First of all, what? Patient ID. Right? What is that? Come on, guys. Tell me. ID. Let me write ID. Come
Int
on.
ID.
Int ID. Next one, what? Patient name. Patient name means
String.
what? Which type? String.
String.
String name. Okay. Next what? Address. Right?
Hospital.
String address. Patient address. Okay. So ID, name, address is what, guys? ID, name, and address unique for patient to patient or same?
Unique, sir.
Unique for patient to patient. Right? So patient means, see, for one day, the doctor called Raghu. Okay. I think I mean, let's suppose 50 patients are consulted Dr. Raghu, right? For every patient has some unique ID, name, and address, right? So these three variables are what? These three variables are what? Instance variables. Okay. Now, patient. Where the patient will go? Hospital. Which hospital that is? Hospital name, right? Hospital name.
So
Come on.
static now, sir.
Okay, I will declare. Don't worry. So hospital name, right? Patient means what? She has to visit some hospital. So hospital name also kind of one variable. Next one, what? Hospital name, department. Which department? Okay, I need to take what? String type, right? Department name. Okay. Now what else? So department name. After that, in department name, so he has to go to some doctor. Okay. Here what? String doctor name. Come on, guys. Doctor name. Okay. So these are what, guys? Hospital name, department name, doctor name is what? Hospital name. Common for all the patients.
Static.
Department name. Common for all the patients who are suffering from cardiology related issue. Understand? Doctor name. Common for all the patients who are visiting that particular day to that particular doctor. Understand or not? Let's suppose 10 patients are visited to that particular doctor in that particular day. Okay. For all the 10 patients, what is the doctor name? Same. Come on, guys. Now, these variables are what, guys? Static variables. We can declare them as what? Static variables, right? Come on, understand? Come on, guys, understanding or not?
Yes.
Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, instance variables also we declare and static variables also we declare. Now, if you see, so the local variables means what? To meet temporary requirement only, we will use that local variables. Okay. So now, the Manisarathi is trying to join now. Hey, Manisarathi. Hey, Manisarathi. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So why are you joining now? So almost we are ending, right? Within 2 to 3 minutes, we can close the class. I think yesterday also you did not join. Day before yesterday also you did not join. So if you join regularly, then only it will be helpful, right? If you are joining after 2 days or 3 days or end of the class, okay, definitely it will not helpful for you. Okay, guys.
Okay, sir. Yesterday college coming, sir.
Yesterday? Okay, went to college.
Yes, sir.
But see, you have to take, guys, the timings and all, I don't know, right? So you have to choose all the things. So see, if you have to go to college means the timings also you have to adjust. So that's up to you, right? Okay, class 7:30 to 9 means you have to attend. Any cost you have to attend. So the timings and all you have to choose, which is the better. I mean, so after class you can go or not. I mean, you go to college means you can choose. After class also might be you can go, right? That's up to you. Okay. Now,
Okay,
tell
sir.
me. So now here, instance variables and static variables we created. Okay. So now I created public, okay, public void, okay, add patient. Okay. I created public void add patient. This is what one method. Understand, guys? Here, what I'm doing, system dot out dot println of patient added. Patient added. Okay. This is the console message I want to display. That's it. Here, I'm taking one more method. Public. Here, I'm taking static game. Okay. Static. Patient joined. Okay. Add patient or remove patient. So when the patient is discharged, then we will remove that patient record from the, okay, we will remove that patient record, right? So remove patient. Let me take here system dot out dot println of, okay, patient removed. Okay. Come on. So these are the class I have, guys. Okay. See here patient, okay, ID, name, address, and hospital name, department name, doctor name, and add patient and remove patient. So these are the methods I have. See here, we have static variables and instance variable. And here we have instance method and static methods. Understand? Come on, everyone. Instance method and static methods. Okay. Now I have public static void main method. Public static void main method I have. Sure. Okay. In array args. Where the execution will start? From the main method, right? From the main method, execution will start. Now, tell me now. Now I want to access ID, name, address. How can I access, guys? How can I access?
We have to
ID,
create an
name,
object.
address. So can I access system.out.println of X? not X, ID, right? ID. Here, what is your name? What is the address? Tell me, can I access like this?
No, sir.
Can I access? We
No,
cannot
sir.
access. Why? The static area directly we cannot access instance variable. Okay. So in order to access, what I need to do? I need to create object. So what is the class name here? Employee, right? Employee. No, patient. Sorry. What is the class name? Patient. Patient. Let's suppose patient name is okay. Something called Ashok. Okay. New for patient. Understand? Now, how can I do? How can I access this one? Ashok dot. Come on. ID. Ashok dot name. Right? Here Ashok dot address. Like this we can access. Come on guys, everyone. So now I want to access static variables. Directly I can access, right? Static variables. System dot out dot println. Can I access static variables directly within the class?
Yes, we can access.
Hospital name. What is the next one? Department name.
Department name, doctor name.
Department name. Next one, doctor name.
Doctor name.
So we can access within the class directly. But what is the recommended way, guys? What is the recommended way? Always, how to access the static variables, guys?
Class name dot
Huh? How to access? By using class name. Understand?
class name.
What is the class name here? Patient. Patient dot hospital name. Okay. Patient dot department name. Patient dot doctor name. Understand? Hello.
Yes.
Okay. So now, so how to call instance method now? What is the instance method here? The method, okay. So the static method. The method which are having static keyword, okay, before the method name. So that methods are called was what? Static method, guys. Understand? If the method doesn't have any static keyword, that method we use to call as what? Instance method. Here, this is the instance method. This is the static method. Understand? Come on, everyone. The method which is having static keyword before name of the method, that method is called what? Static. If you use static keyword, then that method is called static keyword. If you are not using static keyword, means that is the instance method. Okay. Now, how to call this instance method? This is the method. Add patient. How to call? Come on, tell me. Here I want to call. How to call?
Shweta dot.
Add patient
sorry.
directly.
Ashok dot.
Directly can call like this. Can I call?
No, sir.
Okay. So in order to call the method, this is what? Instance method. Where I'm trying to call from static area. This is static area, right? Public static void main method. This is which method it is? Static method, guys. The main method, we are using the main method, right? Okay. Which method it is? Static method. See, we are using static keyword, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't know, yeah. So what you people are, I don't know why you guys are not responding. Are you facing any issue? Okay, I'm asking question, just respond, right? Which method it is? Main method, static method or instance method? Static method, because we are using static keyword. Okay. So completely this area, the static method area, which area? Static area. From static area, I want to call instance method. Can I call instance method directly from static area?
No, sir.
Remember yesterday discussion. Okay. Please remember yesterday discussion. So we cannot call, right? So how to call then? By using object reference only we can call.
Object
Already
dot
we have object, right?
method.
Ashok dot add patient method. Done. Ashok dot add patient method. Okay, like this you can call. Now I want to call static method. What is the static method here? Remove patient method. How can I call? How can I call?
Class name.
Remove patient. Okay. So here, remove patient is what? Static method. Where I'm trying to call from static area. Understand? So from static area, you can
Sir?
call another static method directly. Okay. We won't get any error. But actually, what is the recommended way?
Class
Better
name.
to use class name, guys. Always. Patient dot remove patient. Yeah. Tell me, someone is saying something. Yes, Sweta.
Yes, sir. Public static remove patient. If we are giving that means it is coming error, sir.
Hmm?
Return type required it is showing here.
Sorry. Public
While we are
static.
giving public static remove patient method, it is asking return type, sir.
Yeah, return type I did not give. Let me keep quiet. Okay. Fine. So in Java,
Yes, sir.
every method, okay, in Java, every method should have a return type, guys. Okay. If you don't declare any return type, okay, you need to declare void keyword. Void keyword means what? The method not returning anything. Okay. But always in Java, if you declare any method means you should have return type. If you don't want to, that method, the particular method, what is the method you are writing? If that method is not returning anything means you have to keep void keyword. Okay, void means what? The method is not returning anything. Understand? Yeah. So fine. So always, so I mean, if you call static methods, okay, what is the recommended way, guys? By using class name, okay, we need to call, guys. Understand? This is the recommended way. You know how to call static methods, how to call instance method now? So within the class, let's suppose outside of the class also, if you want to call these methods, okay, this what you call instance method and static method. So that time what we need to do? Definitely we need to go with class name to call static methods. But within the class, you no need to use class name, but always highly recommended to use class name, guys. Understand? For referring, for accessing static variables or static methods. Clear? Everyone? If you see here, if you see Ashok.id, what is the value, guys? Here I will get. What is the output I will get? What is the output I will get? Ashok.id 0, right? Why 0? JVM will assign default value. See, are we assigning any value here?
No.
We are not assigning, right? So if you are not assigning also, JVM will provide default value for whom? Instance variable and static variable. And now here, what is the output, guys? Ashok.name null. This is what? Ashok.name is what? String type.
String type.
String type. This is not a primitive type. String type means what? String is what? Kind of a class.
Null.
Okay. Java class. Who provided this Java class? Java people provided. But this is what? Primitive type or reference type? This is reference type.
Reference.
For reference type, what is the default value? Null.
Null.
Understand? Null. Here also what? Null.
Null.
Okay. So here also what?
Null.
Null. Even static variable. For static variable also, okay, what is the default value will be provided by JVM? For null,
Null.
reference type.
Nulls.
For primitive type, there is a default values. For integral 0, right? For Boolean false, like that we discussed, right, guys? Okay, here what will be print? Patient added, huh? Patient added.
Yes, sir. Added.
Patient added. You will see. Here what is the output, guys? Patient removed.
Patient removed.
Patient removed. Okay. Like this we will have, guys. Okay. But local variables means always we need to provide initialization. Okay. Before using that, whether using or not. So when you declare local variables means what? We need to provide our own initialization. Otherwise, we will get compile time error. Okay? Understand? Come on, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, shall we take this one? Class patient in Eclipse IDE. So yesterday we discussed it, right? Accessing and all, instance variable how to access, local variable how to access. Will you do your own or you want me to do that exercise in Eclipse IDE? Hmm?
You can do, sir.
You guys can do, right? Or you want me to do? Come on, guys, tell me.
Window.
You want me to do? Nothing, guys.
Yes.
Class? What? Instance static. Okay. Where demo. Okay. Public static void main method. Tell me, let me copy this one. Already we have, right? Class patient, right? Oh, okay. I think I created demo like this, right? What is the class name? Patient, huh? Right? Patient. Now tell me what is the variables? These are the variables, right? Let me create a copy here, paste here. Okay. What next, guys? These are the two methods I created. Okay. Next one. Also need to do a okay. What is the error guys here? Okay. Fine. Control A. What is the auto indent line here? How to do a very shortcut in this Eclipse IDE. Quick outline. Very shortcut, guys. Just I want to see all the lines under within one line. I mean all the lines alignment. Have any shortcut here? Format element.
Sir, try control I, sir. Once.
Control I, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Control I.
Control I.
Yeah, nice. Yes, control I. Yeah. See now. Okay. So I created ID, name, address. These are what, guys? Instance variable. These are what? Static variables. Okay. So what we discussed for instance variable, static variables, we no need to provide any, okay, value. So let me create one more method called, okay, which method we will create? Uh, Let me create public, okay, int, okay, total amount, okay, total fee amount, right? Total doctor fee amount, okay. Come on, guys. Doctor fee amount. So this is the method. Public in total doc fee amount. Okay. Okay. So now here let me take okay. So total doc amount, right? Let me take one array, right? Int int array, right? Amount. Okay, guys. So here what we need to do? I want to make total amount, guys. What I do? Come on. Int total is equal to, come on, guys. Tell me. 0. For loop. Okay. Here what? Each amounts. Okay.
Amount.
Okay. Let me write. Let me write total amount. Total amount. Okay. To readability. To maintain better readability. Now what I'm doing here, for each and every total amount, I need to iterate, right? Which type of it is? Very entire int type. Int amount. Okay. Understand?
Yes.
I'm iterating one by one, guys. That's it. Okay. Then what I'm doing? Total is equal to total plus amount. Okay. Now after that, what I need to do? This is what? Int type. This method is returning something. What is the return value? Int type. I need to return int value, right? Return total. Okay. Fine. Come on, guys. Total is what? Int type, right? Already we discussed. Okay, that time I think we spent 1 hour time. No need to discuss again. Int. Okay. So what we need to return this. So once you call this total doctor fee amount, if you call this method, what it is returning? It is returning some int value, right? It is returning some int value. We have to provide some logic here. We need to sum the total fee what doctor collected that particular day. Okay, that value we need to return back. So that's what I'm returning total value. This is total is what, guys? Int type. So I can happily, okay, return int value to int type, right? So that's what here int return type. Come on, everyone. So now if you see, here patient dot remove patient. Okay. So now this is what? Total doc fee amount. What it is? What it is? Come on, guys. What it is? Instance method. Which method it is? I'm taking one int array, guys. Okay. Int array. Which array I'm taking? Variable name here. Tell me. Okay. No need to do. Okay. Directly will send. Fine. So now I have to call this method. Which method I have to call? total int doc fee amount. How to call, guys? Come on, tell me here. How to call? Come on, how to call? Come on, guys, how to call this method? Guys, you there? We'll complete, guys. We'll complete in 2 to 3 minutes. Tell me, how to call that method?
Ashok, that object reference.
Jyotika, Sweta, where are you? How to call that method? This is which method it is?
Instance method.
Instance method.
Instance method.
For instance method, how to call from static area? By using object reference.
Object reference.
Okay. Ashok dot, what is the object reference here? Ashok. Ashok dot
Free
total document. Okay. Here, tell me this method, what is the parameter it is expecting?
array. Int array.
Interest.
Single dimension int array it is expecting. Okay. So how can we call now? We need to provide that value, right?
Yeah.
This is what? Single dimensional int array. Single dimension int array it is expecting. How to call now?
New.
How to pass that value?
New.
New. So here we need to use what? Anonymous array. Remember, anonymous array.
Yes.
To complete that particular block, for that only we need to pass some array. After that, we are not using that array anymore. So by that time only we will use anonymous array for single time instance use. Come on, new array. Here, let's suppose what is the fees that particular day. Okay, maybe 300. Okay, 400. Okay, 500, 600. This is the fees for 5 patients. Okay, let's assume, guys. Okay, so now like this you have to call. Understand? So now, come on, everyone. I think we need to close, right? Yeah. Fine. Now, so once you call this one ashok.total fee, okay, once you call this method, what it will give you? If you call this method, what it will give you? It will give you some value. Which type of value it is? Int value. Integer value. To hold that value, what we need to declare? Always value. Who will hold? Variable will hold. Right? So which type of variable I need to declare? Type of value it is? Int value.
Int
Means
value.
what? I need to declare int
Int
type of
variable.
okay. In total
Equal.
amount. Okay. Understand, guys? Total amount. Okay. Once you call this method will give you some return value. I'm holding that value, okay, by declaring one more variable. What is that variable? Total amount.
Total amount.
Okay. So now I'm system dot this out, right? Now total
amount.
let me write. Total amount collected by doctor. Okay. What is the amount is collected? Plus total amount, right? Total amount. Come on. Understand, guys? Now, if you see here, total is what? Total is what? Come on, guys. Please mute. Tell me. Mani Sarati. Okay. Here, total is what, guys? Tell me.
0.
This is what? Which variable it is? I'm asking
Local
which
variable.
variable? Local
Local
variable.
variable.
Local variable.
Okay. This one total amount. This is also which variable?
Local variable.
Local variable. Understand? See, this total amount where we declare this one for
Within
this
the
particular method only.
Total
So
doc
this
fee
total
amount
amount,
method.
okay, will be destroyed once this method execution completed. Understand? Here total.
sir.
Here also what? Local variable. Why we are taking these two variables? To meet some requirement.
temporary.
Okay, to meet some temporary requirement. This is our task we need to do. So for that purpose, we need two variables. One is total amount, another one is total. Understand? These are what? Local variables. See, for all the local variables, we need to provide declaration. We need to provide assigning. We need to provide some assign value. Okay, initialization before using that. So I'm using this total right here variable. So that's what, before using that variable, I need to perform some initialization. So what is the initialization value I did here? 0. 0 is what? Default value I'm adding. Okay. So now here also see total amount is what? Which variable it is?
Local.
Local variable. Understand? Total amount is what? Local variable. Where I declared within this method only. Okay. Why? To meet temporary requirement. What is the temporary requirement here for total amount? It has to hold the value which is returning while calling this method. Total doctor fee amount. Once you call this method, it will return some value. To hold that value, I need some variable. Okay. So this is what? Local variable. Understand? Everyone. Now if you see, run as Java application, which one here? Only patient. I don't need to run all this. Okay. Just I want to run this one. And see output coming. See, yes. 0, null, 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 null. Okay. And after that, patient added, patient removed,
Patient removed.
total amount 2500. Did you see?
Yeah.
Okay. So here what? Default values we are getting. 0, null, null, null. Who provided this 0, null, null, null? JVM will provide it. Okay. Understand, everyone? Okay. See, how can you access here? Patient. Okay. If you're not providing patient here, then we will get compile time errors. Why? Instance variable we cannot access from static area. So here also. Understand? We cannot call add instance method directly from static area. Understand? So that's what we need to create object. Okay. By using that object reference only, you can access instance variable and you can call instance method. Fine. Here static variables. Where is static variables? Yeah, here. So within the class, if you want, you can access directly. See, I'm removing patient. I'm removing, right? See. Come on, guys. I'm removing, right? Now see. Now also we'll get same. See. Same result you will see, right? So within the class, directly you can access static variables. Okay. If you want, you can access C. Here, what is the instance method? Add patient. In the add patient, okay, let me access this out, control space. Okay, I'm trying to access which one, guys? This is instance method, right? Let me access ID and hospital name. Okay. ID plus ID. So control space. Hospital name, next one. Hospital name. It should show now. Why it is not showing? Fine. Okay, hospital name also I'm adding. So now let me take these two. Here, where is static method, guys? This is static method, right? Here also let me trying to add. Okay. Let me write this is instance method. Okay, right. Now here it is what just I want to print. This is instance method. That's it. This is what? Static method. Okay, static method. See, now add patient. This is what, guys? Instance method, right? So instance method, okay, I can happily access ID. ID is what? Instance variable, right? Can I access instance variable directly from instance area? Come on.
Yes, sir.
I can access. But here, static variable. See, from static variables also, I can access directly in instance area. This is what? Instance area, right?
Yeah,
From instance area, I'm able to
Yes,
access
sir.
static variable
Static
also.
variable.
Why is static variable? Created, which variables are created first? Static variable. While
Yes.
class loading itself, it created, right? Static
Yes,
variables
sir.
are created at the time of class loading. No. So now, this is what? Instance, static area. Static area, see system.out.println, I'm getting some compile time error. Why? ID is what? Instance variable or static variable?
Instant variable.
Instance
variable.
variable. So can we access instance variable directly from static area?
No.
We cannot access,
No.
right? So by this time, instance variable, there is no memory allocated for instance variable. Remember yesterday class, right? So for that, what we need to
Object, please.
create object, then only we can access. Understand? Let
Yes.
me comment this now. Okay, I don't want to create object here. Okay, if you want, you can create, guys, like this. Ashok patient we have, right? So like, let me create them. If you want, I can create. Where? If you want to access here, what I need to do? I need to create patient Ashok. Okay, 1. Now Ashok 1 dot ID. If you want like this also, you can access. See now, okay, understand? But no, I don't want to create another object, guys, here. I don't want to create another object. Okay, I want to use existing object. How to do now? I don't want to create another object. I want to use existing object. How can I do? Existing object means where we created existing object. Okay, we will see, guys, here. Okay, we will come here. Okay, now understand, right? So now if you see where I'm creating remove patient here, right? I'm calling the static method remove patient. This is the remove patient, right? So here I want to use, okay, I want to call ID. ID means what? In order to call ID means what I need? I need instance variable, right? Let's see. Yeah, guys. Yeah. Now I don't want to create another new object, guys, here. Understand? For the add patient method, I want to access this ID value. But here, if you already we discussed, right? See, creation of object is costly operation in Java. Okay. Why we need to create another object? Already we have one object here, right?
Yes.
In the main method, already we created one object, right? If you pass this object reference over there, we can happily use that object reference and we can call. Okay. How can you pass this add patient method? If you call this remove patient, if you declare patient, okay, patient, right? Class name, patient Ashok, right? Understand? What is the parameter type here? Patient Ashok.
Ashok.
Okay. Now, in order to call this remove patient, so what we need to pass? Ashok object, I mean this patient object we need to pass, right? So here, where we are calling remove patient method, here we are calling. So what this remove patient is expecting? Ashok object, I mean patient object. What is the patient object reference variable here? Ashok.
Ashok.
I can directly pass, right? Come on. Now see issue got resolved. So now Ashok came. By using Ashok object, I am printing Ashok.id. Fine. Now if you execute, okay?
Yeah.
Here, patient instance method. Instance method ID is what? 0. Okay. Here hospital name null, patient removed, static method. This is what static method. Here, added, right? Static method like that. Here. Static method area. Let me write static method area. Here, this is what instance method area. Okay. Now if you see, see? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. See here, I am not using any static way. I mean class name here. Directly I can access static variables.
Yeah.
Okay, within the class. But what is the recommended way? Always
Class
use
name.
class name. Okay, even class, I mean the static variables, you can use object reference also. By using object reference also, you can access, guys. Yesterday we
Use.
discussed it, right? Just I want to show you practically. That's it. If you want, you can access. Okay, like this. Come on. Can you see?
Yeah.
Output. Okay. So now, what is the recommended way? Class name.
Class.
What is the class name? Patient. P-A-T-I-E-N-T. Patient is the class name. Okay, this is the recommended way, guys. Here also hospital name. Patient dot hospital name. This is the recommended way. Always. Come on. Understand? Everyone. So here total we have, right? Here, if you declare static, what it is saying? It is saying compile time error. Syntax error to static. Okay. So like that it is showing. See, by in local variable, what is the applicable modifier? You know, only final, guys. If you are trying to assign any access modifier, we will get compile time error. For instance variable and static variable, you can assign any modifier. Okay, public, private, okay, static, like this we can assign. But local variable, what is the applicable modifier? Only final.
Final.
If you try to assign any other modifier, you will get compile time error. Understand? Why it is throwing? Okay, because here we are, final means what? Constant. Okay, we cannot assign any value, but here we are trying to assign, right? So that's what is throwing error. But actually, only applicable modifier is what? Final. Let's, okay. So let me copy this one. Let me give you here as an example.